could be a defamation case about this. Let's just say that I gave a talk in a school and a Scientologist then sent an email to the school basically saying that I was this, that and the other thing, and none of it was actually true. On the same day that email was sent to the school, somebody subscribed to 2 gay porn newsletters using an old email address that I no longer use, which is how I know that it wasn't me, because I don't use that email address anymore, and then posted on Twitter, Pete Griffiths goes talking in schools, but should he be talking in schools when he subscribes to sites like this? And then they linked the sites that I'd supposedly subscribed to. Now that is actually a crime right there. Yeah. You can't do that. Yeah. But that's what they did. The defamation case I mentioned has got nothing to do with that, so I mean it's okay to mention that. Yeah. But that's the kind of things they will do. They will try to, in their opinion, destroy you. Who cares if someone's gay or not? No one gives a damn, except maybe Scientologists. Yeah. So, but yeah, they thought that was a good attack point. When I organised the Dublin conference, they started to say that I was a child porn filmmaker from Germany, which is amazing because I've never been to Germany, so I don't know how the hell I managed to do that, but there you go. But that's the kind of thing they'll do. Yeah. They will throw mud at you in the hope that it sticks. Another thing they did was post a photograph of my apartment online and ask, isn't it a bit small for you and all your kids to live in that place? And like, if any organisation mentioned where you live and your kids in the same sentence, you'd be worried, especially if they had criminal leanings like this crowd. Yeah. If it was the mafia, you'd be going, uh-oh. And that's exactly what they did. And they know what they're doing. I mean, they try to intimidate. They'll do it very subtly. They won't be open about it. They'll do it behind your back. But when you know what to expect... In fact, I remember the morning when I woke up and realised, oh my God, I've been fair gamed. They're actually fair gaming me. Woohoo! I've arrived, you know? Yeah. Yeah, they need to be exposed and they need to be sorted out. And if there's any crimes being committed, they need to go to jail if that's what it takes. So, yeah.
So what are your views on Scientology in Ireland? Because I know it's been classified as a missionary here, but
it's shrinking. It's a hardcore who are left. The sad part about it is that they're actually very dedicated because they believe all the lies that they've been told. If it was possible to get them to see that they've been lied to, I would love to know how, because I've tried and tried and tried. It's like you've got a friend who's hitting himself over the head with a hammer and complaining about it, so you say, well, would you stop hitting yourself over the head with the hammer? And they don't. Or they're complaining that they can't see, so you say, well, take off your blindfold, and they go deaf. You know, it's like you can't win with them. Whatever you try, fails. Yeah, it's very, very tiny in Ireland, but they do enough damage. There are people in Ireland who have spent a lot of money because they've been lied to. I know one girl in particular that has an incurable disease was told that they could cure it. That's a crime right there. Another fella, a farmer, was told that they could help him with his problems, and then when they quickly realised they couldn't, they told him he would have to go to England to get sorted out for about 6 months. He's a bloody farmer. No farmer can leave the farm for that length of time. You know, it's just it's impossible. Another lad who is suing them for €100,000 because he knows he gave them €100,000. He just doesn't know how. He knows he did it, but he doesn't know how they got him to do it. Yeah. So he's suing them for manipulation and a few other things as well. That's a public case, so it's okay to mention that one. But even though they're small in Ireland, they can do enough damage to individuals, and that needs to stop.
Yeah. So do you think that Scientology in Ireland is different to
No, it's exactly the same. Yeah. Scientology is exactly the same all the world over. Yeah. It's all based on the L. Ron Hubbard books, and that's it. You can't change from that. Actually, that's not strictly true, because they keep rewriting the books and changing them slightly. If there's anything in them they don't like, they take it out. Like, for example, Scientology was founded in 1953, and in the 1954 edition the 1954 edition of Creation of Human Ability, he actually writes, Scientology is neither a religion nor a psychotherapy. So there is the founder saying it's not a religion. They change their mind quite a lot, and they rewrite books. If there's anything in them that they don't like or doesn't fit the modern age, they change it. So it does change, but essentially it's the same the world over. Like there's not like a difference in the Irish one compared to the UK one or the American one or the Aboriginal one or whatever. It's all the same.
Yeah. So, but it's just, I think in other places it's classed as...
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Oh, definitely, yeah. Like that's an interesting one. Now they say they're recognised as a religion in the States. That's actually not true. The IRS recognises them as religion. That's all. Nobody else does. No other religion does. The government doesn't, but the tax service does, and it's purely for tax reasons. I think there are some countries in the world that do give them religious status, but not more countries don't than do. And I think in some countries in the world they're actually banned. But I'm not too sure I agree with banning. I think it's better that people can see how awful it is for themselves rather than just banning it and say, no, you can't read that stuff. Yeah. It's best to let people read it and go, whoa, that's crazy stuff. Because it is, Hubbard wasn't a great writer, and the stuff that he writes about is pretty much nonsense.
Yeah.
John, do us a favour, can I get another coffee? Yeah, absolutely. Cheers, thanks. That's fine.
No, thanks, it's more.
Okay.
That's all the questions.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.